I live in a spectacular country, Sweden. It's 4 o'clock, not in the middle of the morning. No, in fact, it's just midday, but Sweden gets dark these seasons, this winter season. And I couldn't find a better opportunity to review one of my favorite cars, Porsche Cayenne. There are cars in this world that creates their own segment. Yes, SUVs has always been present the last 20 years, but some of them are something extra, and that's why I understand other car brands being jealous at Porsche with its beautiful and spectacular Cayenne introduced in 2002. This is the third generation, and I'm going to take this Cayenne Turbo to its proper environment. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the place where the Cayenne belongs, Mother Earth. Because it doesn't matter where you drive this vehicle, you will always be in the right position. The SUV, so to speak, is not an easy segment to enter. You need to be careful when you go off-road. You need to be able to pass through, even in tough terrain like this. When we enter gravel road, you need to be able to push the car in that place also. It needs to be a GT cruiser. It needs to be a proper sports car. That's what the Cayenne is. Your breath is all I want to breathe. My lungs explode when you have to leave. My body can't survive for real. I'm left alone with my insanity. So take me, take me, take me, take me for a trip. Your breath is all I want to breathe. So blow your breeze on me. PSCB, well, that's the new braking system from Porsche. Porsche Surface Ceramic Brakes. It is a conventional iron cast brake disc, but on top of it is a ceramic coating, making the brake disc looks like mirrors, keeping the wheels nice and clean more or less all the time. It absolutely reduces brake dust, and according to Porsche, the service will decrease with about maximum 30%. But unfortunately, Porsche will never learn how to color their calipers. As an owner or a buyer of Porsche, I would like to decide if the brake caliper should be colored. Oh, it's easy to live with this car, even on this. Oh, it's a rally car, and then you brake, and this is so fun. Actually, let's just stop for a minute. Sorry if I'm a little bit dark here, because I have the forest just around me, and on my very left side I see another road, but it is, you can see it almost in this angle, so it's about 2 meters ahead of me. And yes, I would like to go there, go experience. And is it difficult? Well, to be honest, no. I just push off-road. I said that I'm gonna go, what is this? Yeah, it's about rocks, I believe. The mode is on, the car is adjusting, and yeah, just give me a second to lift it even more. And yes, it's done. So let's go. Here we go. Yeah, the parking sensors in this case are totally useless. But now we are heading up to a new road, Porsche Cayenne. Let's face this, the first version of the PDLS light system from Porsche, it was rubbish. I had it on my 959, it wasn't worth a dime. But the upgrade we have on the new Cayenne makes it a total different dimension. LED matrix headlights is standard, but don't forget to tick the plus option. I have just the fully automation on, and I'm going to show you. At this point, try to keep track on the black surface frames that creates around the vehicles. Let me get closer so you can see that. I will actually have my headlights going around the cars instead of having them directly into the driver's mirrors. They will be kind of blocked. The light will be blocked, but passing left and right side of the vehicle. I'm just about to pass a ditch here, so it's a small one, but it's, you know, you could just pass it. This is where you should be with your Porsche Cayenne, in terrain. That's what you need to be. So, if you live in the city and never go out on the countryside, this is not the choice for you. If you buy, this is like, if you buy a 991.2 GT3 RS, it's more or less mandatory to do at least one track day. If you own a Cayenne, it should be mandatory to go at least light off-road at one point to be able to, you know, experience the engineering of such a beautiful car. And perhaps I'm not the best one to judge this car. And the reason for that is that I have owned 3 Cayennes. It doesn't get better than this, I'm sorry. There are so many endangered animals around the globe, and there are so many organizations protecting them. But who is protecting this beautiful animal? The V8, the 4-liter V8, 770 Newton meter of torque is the last, perhaps, perfection of the combustion engine. Destroying the planet, yes, I know it does. But driving with this heart is difficult to get rid of. This is B-roads, my friend. And I cannot believe the grip. And the car does not feel large. This is very important. It does not indeed. And as I have said so many times, the rear axle steering is definitely something that helps this car, especially the Cayenne and the Panamera, to be agile. It's a BMW in front of me, and he is actually having some B-road fun in itself. I love Sweden. We love driving, the art of driving. He should drive a Porsche though. He would give a much proper experience. And if you are about to option out your 911 or your 992, just don't option out it with a Bose or a Burmeister sound system, because the car is too small. It doesn't give you any effect. But in this Cayenne, it's option out with Burmeister. It's my first time I have the chance to experience this type of technology, and I'm telling you, this is for real. So let me address one of the extremely few issues I do have with this car. And remember, when you mount roof racks on the roof, you will get this whistling, and if you raise the rear spoiler, you will actually get this whistling from the rear spoiler. Okay, this is a spectacular, quiet, comfortable race driving machine. Oh, sorry, I have to wrap because I get some really good B-roads here coming quite fast. The braking, my God, the brakes are spectacular. My photo gear in the back will get destroyed. That's how you drive a car. This is a proper sports car.
I said some things I wasn't clear. No, it hurt you, but I still care. No, I miss you laying near. Did you wrong and it wasn't fair. If I could go back, then I would treat you better. If I could just change my words like in a letter. I did some things, but I wasn't clear. No, I did it wrong and you did it right. Yeah, that's what you said when you started the fight. We came to an end, I put up this fence. But do you really mean that this is the end?
Rear seat entertainment. I understand it from a child's perspective. Having this beautiful seating position, being able to watch the favorite YouTube videos that most likely is gonna be a young gentleman playing their games, video games or Counter-Strike, Fortnite, doesn't matter. But I do understand it also from a safety perspective. These are solid mounted in the car and within an accident, God forbid, these would be much more protective compared to the iPads that would fly around like a weapon if the accident happens. This is a perfect place to be with. I have owned 3 Cayennes, and it doesn't matter if you own an old one or a new one. This is one of the best driver position that you can find, especially as a daily driver, or shall I say multi-purpose vehicle. This is a sports car, this is an off-road machine, and it's a GT cruiser. If you're gonna tick all these elements, you need to have an environment that could cope with all of that. And that's exactly what the Porsche Cayenne does. Let's address comfort. Put the car in normal mode, switch off the beautiful B-road performance that we have had for a second. Why not put a massage on? I like the wave. I've tested all of them, stretch, wave, shiatsu, I think that's pronunciation, and axle massage. But this wave is something that I really like. So let's put some massage on. We have the spectacular Burmeister sound system. We are driving in a living room with these seats, and it is a very, very quiet and comfortable ride. Oi. You know, when I arrived home with this car, I met my wife in the entrance. We were just heading for dinner and she said, "I'm driving." You know, I've had some spectacular cars at home and few of them impresses as the Cayenne does. It impresses on every family member, regardless how many legs you have. And I think that's it. I think that is the essence of this car. It is a car for everybody. I think Porsche calls it sports car together. I think this is the peak of the combustion engine. And if you think of it, which car could you go on extreme off-roading and then go on a GT cruise, go 0 to 100 in around 4 seconds, and then enter Nürburgring and do some serious track times on Nordschleife? This is the peak of the combustion engine, the peak perhaps of the car as we know it today, because the car is dead, and long live the car.